Most people believe that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And I completely agree. This is the first place to look at when you are wanting to reverse type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes and get control of that blood glucose. The problem is, in my experience, breakfast is often the meal that quietly wrecks your blood glucose for the rest of the day. Where people make the biggest mistakes were the results of putting themselves on a sugar roller coaster for the rest of the day. And I see this all the time. Patients tell me I'm being good. I'm having porridge, whole grain toast, cereal, a smoothie. But then they show me their numbers. And by mid-morning, they're high, hungry, and thinking about food again. So let's make this practical. Here's the problem with most standard breakfasts. They're basically glucose. Not always sweet tasting, but they behave like glucose in your body. Cereal, porridge, toast, granola, fruit juices, and even the healthy versions, because they're mostly carbohydrate. And these examples particularly digest quickly, so they push the blood glucose up. Your pancreas then has to respond with insulin to bring it back down. And when that rise and fall happens early, it often sets off the pattern for the rest of the day. More hunger, more cravings, more snacking, more spikes. So the solution is not to skip breakfast and suffer. The solution is to build a breakfast that doesn't spike you in the first place. And here's an extra reason this matters, especially if you've noticed a spike in your readings in the morning, even before you've had breakfast. And that is something that is called the dawn phenomenon. In the early hours of the morning, your body releases hormones to help you wake up. It's part of your natural daily rhythm. And those hormones tell your liver to release a bit of stored glucose into the bloodstream, basically to give you energy to get going. So for people with diabetes, they can wake up with a higher reading than they expected, even if they didn't eat late, even if they did everything right. And that's exactly why a zero glucose breakfast can be so powerful, because if your glucose is already a bit elevated, the last thing your pancreas needs is a big carb hit on top. Now, here's the formula I use. I know it's boring, but it does work. So protein first, then the fibre, then fat for staying power. And carbs are preferably zero, at least optional. If you're going to have them, be intentional about it.